Welcome to part 4. In the previous part, we looked into functions and how we can write functions inside a contract. In this video, we will look into modifiers. So, modifiers can be thought of, helper methods. So, let's think of a scenario. Let's say I am the owner of the contract. So, I am writing this contract, I have some rules in it. Let's say I was making a decentralized Discord application, and I need to add a new person. So, being the owner of this contract, let's say I want to write on the blockchain that who all person are part of my Discord server, right? So, when I add someone, I want to have, or I want a check that only owner of the contract can add a person. Like, as an admin, only I can call that method. If someone else tries to call that method on my blockchain, so we should basically not execute the method. So obviously I can have a if else check inside my method, that every time someone is calling that method, I can check whether this person is owner of the contract or not. But modifiers provide, you can say, a more abstract way. Let's say there were many methods that actually had this logic that only owners can execute this function. So in that case, adding if else code in all the methods is redundant, and we want to use dry principle. So because of that, this is just one example of modifiers. There are many other examples, but I will go over a simple one. So let's assume, let me remove all of these, and let's assume that I am the owner. So I have a variable address. Address is a data type, as we saw in part 2. Now here I am the owner, and let's say I have another integer 2256-bit people count. So I am keeping track of people count, so I can add new people. Now in the constructor of my contract, I can actually initialize my owner to have the s message of message.sender. So what does this do is, only the first time when the contract is executed and implemented on the blockchain, the constructor gets called, and we basically set the owner's address to the person who is actually owning the contract, right? Now we create a function saying add person, right? And let's say add person takes a bunch of parameter. Let's say I take string, first name, something like that, and then I have a public identifier because I want to call it from the outside. Now here my modifier will come. Now the way I will define modifier will be, I use a keyword modifier, and then only owner, that only owner can call this method, and then I do a require. It's like require, as it like assert. You're asserting that message.sender equals owner, right? And yeah, this is done. And once you have this, you call this only owner, and here I can just do people count plus plus, and this is done. So this is how we use modifiers, and modifiers can be helpful in making your code more abstract. And I would actually push everyone to use modifiers wherever you see redundant codes are being used. These are very helpful methods for to be used in complement with functions. Hope you guys learned something new. This was part 4. The last part will be coming soon, where we will talk about inheritance and some other complex stuff. If you guys like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Instagram. Thanks everyone.